mine and languages of beating she don't leave. She lets loose all the horses when the corporal is asleep. And he waits to find a fire set and arrows sings that. And David Crockett writes around and says it's school for cats, it's school for cats. I'm feeling all suicidal again. The students doing mighty because they've got the word to go. To get ability to show how you go. They're canning out the fathers when the handcuffs up again. They're in and out once the fifth and numbers on their names. Funny how the missus always looks a bleeding same. Meanwhile at the station there's a couple of lively lads. Sarah has a father and a very go for cats and go for girls. Posing down the path, seeing my reflection, I'm looking slightly rough. I fancy this, I fancy that, I wanna be so flash. Give a little muscle, spend a little cash. But all I get is bitter and a nasty little rash. By the time I'm sober up, I've got my hat. And everybody tells me, it's good to be a cat, it's good for kids. Wow. Come in, you haven't missed anything. I never know what to do with this bit of the song. Everybody's doing solos on stage. And I'm just standing there like a plonker, thinking I could have put another verse in it. If you come and see Squeeze and you get to this bit of the song, you'll see me drifting off. I'm already in an Indian restaurant. Or I'm thinking about things in the past. Flicking through the diaries in my mind, I keep all my diaries. From the early days, from the 70s in particular, when we first started out 50 years ago. I was living on my council estate and I was lucky enough to go and see David Bowie do an early show at Elton College. And that inspired me to write songs. I just thought it was incredible. And then I got a ticket to go and see The Who. And I thought, that's amazing. I want to be in a band. And then I got stoned a bit. And I got a ticket to go and see Pink Floyd. They were playing at a place called Crystal Palace Bowl. And in front of the stage was a rather big lake. And it was an amazing gig to go to. I'd already seen Elton John and Rod Stewart there. God knows what they got up to after the gig. But it was a lovely gig to go to. So I got on a number 75 bus, went upstairs on the bus, minding my own business. At the next bus stop, a load of hippies got on. They were wearing caftan coats, and it had been raining. Suddenly, it smelled like a pet shop. And this hippie comes up to me and he goes, "Oi mate, would you like a mushroom?" I said, "I'd love a mushroom. I haven't had any breakfast." "You got any baked beans to go with that?" So he gave me a mushroom, and by the time the bus got to Penge, it turned into a spaceship. My face was crunched up against the glass, it was amazing. We went past Woolworths and all these old ladies were coming out with their shopping. I thought, I'm going to shag all them. Pants people's mothers. We got to the gig, I got off the bus. It was a dark sky, quadraphonic sound, everything you could imagine that Pink Floyd would lay on. I went and sat cross-legged on the floor with everybody else. Because in those days, everybody sat cross-legged on the floor to see gigs. Couldn't do that now, could we? No. None of us would be able to get back up. Don't forget a bloody forklift in there, get rid of it. So I sat cross-legged on the floor, the old mushrooms were kicking in, and the old Floyd roadies came on stage and threw dry ice into the lake. And it was all mystical and wonderful. It was all taking shape. It was incredible. And then they came on stage and they started playing Set Your Controls for the Art of the Sun, one by one. It was like incredible. My dreams come true. And then from underneath the lake, the roadies inflated this giant octopus, and its tentacles came out across the top of us. It was like a giant Durex, sort of Peters and Lee style Durex. And then in the second song, the roadies grappled with it and pulled it back under the lake. Amazing gig. When it finished, I got on the 75 bus and I went back to my council estate. My dad was waiting up for me. I went in the kitchen to see him. I said, "Dad, I can stick my hand right through your body." He said, "You've been on a cider?" I used to love tripping, it was amazing. Imagine tripping now. Cool, I'd end up in an old people's home. It's only 10 years away after all. Next day I wake up, I've got a bit of a headache, a bit hungover. So I go to the pub, the 3 Tons in Blackheath, and my mate Alan's sitting at the end of the bar. He's always at the end of the bar, Alan. And I go up to him and I say, "All right, Alan, get us a pint. We have a pint of beer." He says, "Oh, you look a bit rough, Diff." I said, "Yeah, I feel a bit rough." He said, "Where did you go?" I said, "I went to see Pink Floyd." He said, "I went to see Pink Floyd. It was great, wasn't it?" I said, "It was really great. Really great." I said, "What do you think of that octopus?" He said, "What fucking octopus?" Shame up at the disco and I think I've got a ball. I ask her lots of questions as she hangs onto the wall. I'll kiss her for the first time and then I'll take her on. I'm invited in for coffee and I'll give the dog a bun. She says she likes the disco since she's always on her own. I said I'll see you later and I'll give you some more chat. But it's not like that on the TV when it's called for cats, it's called for cats. Thank you very much.